So if you lack a purpose in life, I think it is harming you in a very real way. So if nihilism is bad, the first thing that we have to understand is, how does one become nihilistic? And this is where nihilism is a reaction, a natural reaction to certain circumstances. So let's take a look at Frankl again. Apathy, the main symptom of the second phase, was a necessary mechanism of self-defense, okay? Reality dimmed and all sorts and all emotions were centered on one task, preserving one's own life and the other fellow. So the first thing to understand is that nihilism is a very natural reaction to the frustration of your efforts. And the really scary thing is, the more heroic your effort, if it gets frustrated, the more likely you are to become nihilistic. So in the case of Frankl, what he saw is that there were a lot of people who were like in these concentration camps. And when they would try to do something, right, if they would get stopped by the guards, the more that the guards made their efforts useless in life. We also see this with like trauma and CPTSD, where if you grew up in a situation where you tried really hard and you got really frustrated, I'm not saying psychologically frustrated, I mean that your efforts did not yield results, right? So the more effort you put in and the less life gives you, the more likely you are to respond with nihilism.